Diamond documentation is super important when you're making a purchase, and this video is a little bit about what you need to ask for to make sure your stone is properly valued and insured. When you're purchasing an important piece of jewelry, be it an engagement ring, a tennis bracelet, a pair of diamond studs, you should always ask your jeweler for an appraisal. And the appraisal is going to document all of the specifications of whatever that piece is. So the diamond carat weight, any color, clarity qualifications, the details of the piece, so that in case something does happen, you have it properly documented and you can get it replaced by your insurance company. That leads to sort of the next step of the process, which is actually getting your piece insured. Most insurance companies will require some sort of receipt or appraisal for the piece. So it's important that you ask for that when you're completing your purchase. The appraisal will assign a value to that piece so that the insurance company knows how to properly cover it. Some people can simply add a rider to their existing homeowners or renters insurance, and this is always a good place to start. Otherwise, you may need to get a separate policy to cover the jewelry purchases. And for me, I think it's really important, especially something like an engagement ring that's sort of irreplaceable. If anything were to happen, insurance is your backup plan and you will be fully covered to replace that item. And that usually covers loss, damage, even things that are stolen from you. So it's really important to make sure that you get this taken care of even before the ring is in your hands. We generally provide this documentation as soon as a purchase is made so that our clients can get the process started. If you're needing recommendations for jewelry insurance, Jewelers Mutual is specific to jewelry, and that's always a good place to start with a quote. It also makes sense to just ask around, ask friends, family who they've used for their jewelry insurance. It's always good to have price comparisons so that you know what company is going to best suit you. Now, if we sort of take it back a second, when you're looking at diamonds, specifically for an engagement ring, we only sell GIA certified stones. It ensures you that you're getting exactly what you're being told you're getting. So this is an example of a GIA certificate. This is specific to one stone, and they only get issued once. So actually, if you lose your hard copy of the certificate, your stone has to be removed from the setting, sent back to the GIA to verify that that stone is what it is, and then they issue a new document for you. So each stone gets its own GIA Report Number. This actually can be inscribed on the diamond. If you use magnification, you can see that number, and that's the best way to identify your stone. However, if you're buying a stone that's of a lower clarity grade, so let's say SI1, SI2, those marks inside your stone, while they may be frowned upon as imperfections, are actually your identifying markers for knowing that this is your stone. The best way to see those imperfections and to know what you should be looking for is here on the diamond plot, and that's basically a map of any imperfections that are inside the stone, and that can kind of guide you towards finding those imperfections if you find yourself in an instance where your ring does have to be repaired. So the GIA certificate definitely places a premium on your stone and ensures that it maintains a certain value. It will be very important for your appraisal. So all of these things really go hand in hand, and they just make sure that you're covered in case anything happens.